Hello, everybody. It's Sunday. I am Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. This has got to be, of all my encounter stories that I've gotten, the scariest, the creepiest, quite frankly, sad. And I'll let you guys decide. Leave a comment. Have a great Sunday. Here we go. Rob, I do believe that dogmen exist. I also believe that they are here with no good intentions. I think they just like to create chaos, anxiety, and much worse. I don't know if Lucifer himself has a dog. If he did, I suspect it would be a dogman. Written by Tom in Idaho. I was unsure, Rob, to give away where in Idaho this is. Then I thought perhaps giving a general location would not be a bad idea. Because, Rob, I just need people to know the place I live is at or near the foothills at Thunder Mountain in Idaho. This takes place in the year 2017. My great uncle Max had just passed away, and Max, well, he did okay for himself. He did well enough, in fact, that I received a small ranch farm that came with 2 cows, 2 horses, and roughly 15 chickens. The home was nice with a wraparound porch/deck where I could survey my property and just get lost in the beauty of the land. The mountains, the small river that ran through. Of course, it goes without saying that I had a stable for the horses, a small barn with a chicken coop for the chickens, neatly stowed away in a barn on the side of the house, roughly 40, 50 feet away. The barn was left open for the cows to enter in, come in and out as they pleased when they were through grazing. Now, Rob, I am no farmer nor cattle baron, and then he laughs, ha ha ha. I planned on selling the cows and the chickens. Most likely, I was planning on keeping the horses. Now that the stage is set, you kind of know where I live, you kind of know my setup. Here's what I went through. After living on the ranch for several weeks, everything was fine. I had gotten in touch with a local rancher to have the cows and chickens taken off my hands, and frankly, I was relieved. In fact, I just about gave the animals away just to get rid of them. The deal was struck on a Monday, and by week's end, they would be gone. Here's where the commotion starts, Rob. Wednesday night, I heard a ruckus about 9 p.m. in the evening, out back. It was coming from the chicken coop inside the barn. I literally never heard these chickens making so much noise, and frankly, they sounded nervous. It was just different. The cows are out in the field, and the horses were in their own separate barn, as I do believe I stated earlier. I apologize if not. Needless to say, the chickens, when I get to the coop, it was all smashed up, and more than half of the chickens were ripped apart. Literally, like hands tore them apart. The majority had their heads pulled clean off. The seven or so chickens that were making the ruckus were spared, more than likely as they were trapped on the underside of the chicken coop. And I suppose whatever did this was done with having its fun. And yes, Rob, I do mean having fun. I do believe whatever did this took pleasure in this. These chickens were not eaten. They were just flat out killed. The story gets worse here, my friend. The cows were a distance away. I'm guessing they were a bit frightened because the distance from the chicken coop was considerably further. I felt strange, though, that during this commotion that I did not hear the horses from the other barn. I started to get a queasy feeling in my stomach, and my heart was pounding as I gained closer to the barn door. Rob, I got past the door, and I look inside. And to my horror, disbelief, and shock, there laid my 2 horses, dead. Both throats had been slashed, and the heads were twisted almost completely around, and it appeared as though their necks were broken. I am in shock, Rob. What happened here? What or who could perform such evil? I suppose if the chickens and even the horses had been fed upon, eaten, or dragged off the property. I suppose it would make a slight difference. A desperate predator, hungry. I mean, Rob, this felt like a murder scene. I tried to get my composure together, and I called the local authorities to have them investigate and to fill out what I would appear to be a report of some sort. But first things first, my hands are shaking. I go to my liquor cabinet, and I pour myself a good long belt. After I swallow the shot down, I'm going to make the call. I was sitting facing my bay window with the tree line 30 yards away, and you could see the mountains in the distance. It was a calming sight, with a very high and bright moon, kind of illuminating the area. At first, I was feeling calmer after my drink and and the vision that was in front of me. Well, that vision gave me my first glance of the devil himself. Rob, the devil. On two legs rapidly approaching, red glowing eyes ablaze, the moon illuminating a perfect shadow, elongated snout, ears pointed and pitched high off the side of the head, glistening sharp fangs. Before you know it, the beast is at my bay window looking in. In fact, it is so tall that it had to crouch down to peer into the window, and it peered in the window. It looked directly into my soul. I feared for my life. Then it appeared to grin at me, a sinister grin. It mocked me. It slowly brought up from its left hand, and I mean a hand with extended claws, 2 dead chickens. With the right hand, this devil dog raised it up and waved to me as if to say, "Goodbye till we meet again." Then it vanished off into the moonlight. That, my friends, I don't know what that is. Guy called it the devil. I call it the devil dog. What do you call it? Thank you very much. It's Sunday. It's football season. I'm geeked. I hope you loved this story. I did. Leave a comment. Subscribe to Bigfoot Michigan Rob on YouTube. If you like any of my videos, now they have the super thanks open if you want to give me a couple bucks. But I don't care. What I want you to do is just subscribe and share it with friends. You have a great Sunday. Love you all. I love the fact that you come and watch and listen to these every week. Have a great day. BMR's out.